President Kiir started to crack down on senior officials suspected to have ties with Mel. They were arrested and rumored to be held at Blue House. Also sacked was Simon K-DEenk Akal, the Commissioner General of South Sudan Revenue Authority, and replaced with William Anyuon Kuol. Akal is described as Mel's right-hand man from day one, and that Mel influenced his appointment to Revenue Authority. Then what followed for Mel became a complete economic and socio-political disaster.
Honorable Stephen Dow, the Chairman of the Board of Directors of South Sudan Revenue Authority, Honorable Agritisa Sabuni, the Technical Advisor, Honorable William Anyuon Kuol, the Commissioner General of South Sudan Revenue Authority, Honorable John Bol, the Deputy Commissioner General, the Deputy Governor of the Bank of South Sudan, Honorable James Red from the Finance Committee of the Legislature, Honorable Members of Parliament representing different constituencies and specifically MPs from Northern Barghazal who have come to support us, Technical Advisor George M. Kama, who is the Technical Advisor from African Development Bank supporting South Sudan Revenue Authority, Mr. Stephen Analo, the Principal of South Sudan Institute for Revenue Administration, Commissioners of South Sudan Revenue Authority in your different capacities, Deputy Commissioners, Assistant Commissioners, distinguished guests, colleagues, the entire staff of South Sudan Revenue Authority. Protocol observed, ladies and gentlemen. On the evening of Wednesday, the 12th, November 2025, my relief as the Commissioner General of South Sudan Revenue Authority was officially announced on SSBC, marking the completion of 11 months and 12 days at the helm of South Sudan Revenue Authority. Allow me to begin by expressing my profound appreciation to His Excellency President Salva Kiir for the trust and confidence he placed in me to serve our nation in this critical capacity. To be chosen among many South Sudanese and also among many Red Army members, and in honor I do not take for granted, I remain deeply grateful for our President, General Salva Kiir for the time that I have spent serving the people of South Sudan as the Commissioner General of South Sudan Revenue Authority. Before I proceed, I would like to usher in our Commissioner General, Honorable William Anyuon. If you can stand up for him and we welcome him together. Honorable William, please come forward. I would like to introduce to you a very important person of today, Honorable Anyuon, whom God has chosen through our President to serve us. Can we clap for him? 1, 2, 3. Hello. Welcome. Thank you very much. Thank you. Thank you very much. Please be seated. Honorable William will continue from where I left, and I ask all our staff, from the commissioners, the deputy commissioners, the assistant commissioners, to give him the cooperation he needs to deliver the services that we need as the people of South Sudan. This institution is one of the institutions that is very, very important because it is raising the non-oil revenues that are meant to pay salaries, pay operations, and also continue to increase so that we can manage to finance the budget without the oil revenues. When I assumed office in November 2024, I understood the leadership expectations. Ensure the government meets its financial obligations, especially timely salary payments. Honorable Commissioner General, Honorable Chairman of the Board, when I was appointed, I went for briefing and met the President. And I asked His Excellency the President Salva Kiir of his expectation in me. What is it that I can do as number one priority from the head of states? And he told me, my son, go and collect salaries. Go and collect revenues and pay salaries. The same message I brought it to our staff, either in custom, in domestic tax, and in the headquarters. And I communicated the same message the President gave me. And I want to thank you, because in January, to date, we've been collecting more than the salaries of our civil servants of the Republic of South Sudan. Mabruk alaikum. The second one is to reform and strengthen our tax systems to reduce reliance on oil revenues, which were declining sharply due to the crisis in the Sudan and the global economic challenges. At the time, Honorable Commissioner General, our gross monthly non-revenue collections was about 49.7 billion per month. Today, as I leave office, we have an average collection of 130 billion a month, and that is about 166% of the revenues that we have collected together with this important staff that you see before you. This performance enabled government to pay salaries for civil servants. And I need to clarify one thing. The MPs are talking about salaries. When we came here, we established a task force. Minister Marial Dongrin, myself, and Governor Johnny. A task force because there was an issue of money collected and money received in the Bank of South Sudan. Therefore, we appointed a 6-member committee headed by Dr. Majukwal in the Bank of South Sudan, so that by the time we remit revenues from South Sudan Revenue Authority, the task force has to confirm inside the bank that for sure the funds that were remitted have actually arrived in the salary accounts. And that task force is working up to today. The Deputy Governor is here. They will be able to attest to that. So any penny that we collect from this institution is transferred to account 4 and from account 4 to account 8 to be paid as salaries. You know the challenge as to why there is a difference between the money that is in the account and the cash that is at hand. This is an issue of fiscal policy and the monetary policy. And that will be addressed at that level. But for us, the Revenue Authority, we have done our bit to be able to make sure that the revenue that we collect goes to the Bank of South Sudan, and it is confirmed on a monthly basis. Therefore, I would like to take you through a few reform agendas that we are talking about, and the Deputy Commissioner and the CCS have already mentioned a few. Legal and policy reforms. One of them is the VAT bill that Honorable James Red mentioned here. Honorable Commissioner General, I have already submitted a presentation to the Minister of Finance and the whole entire Minister of Finance leadership, which they approve the VAT proposal. We have a policy and a draft bill to the legislature that is supposed to be presented. And last week, Honorable Commissioner General, I presented a cabinet memo to the Minister of Finance so that he can present it to the today's cabinet meeting on the issues of the approval of VAT, because that is the role of the minister. I hope it has been presented, and if it is not, then please follow up so that we can accession to the VAT regime. Sale tax is a very lazy one. It is 1.7% of 2024-2025 budget. But the VAT, the minimum in the region, is 33%. That is to say that we are losing a lot. And Article 177 of the Transitional Constitution of the Republic of South Sudan, as amended, talks about the VAT. It doesn't talk about the sale tax. So we are already covered within the institution. Second is the digitization and modernization of our systems. We cannot continue to collect money with boxes. We cannot continue to collect revenues with sanduk. No. It has to be digitized. This is where the world is. And digital money is actual money. Digital money is money. And therefore, digitization agenda is one of the things that you will continue to be able to promote. And you will have to come up with an ERIS, electronic receipt and invoicing systems, that is actually connected with the VAT, so that returns and all the things that you need in VAT, including, motivation to the taxpayers, will have to be enshrined in the systems, so that nobody is allowed to be able to collect money and he disappeared with it. It will be systems, and systems, or we will only be seeing numbers, but where is the cash? The cash is in the bank. Cash is inside the bank. And we will walk through with you. When you need our assistance, we will be able to work and help you also to be able to do that. But already the team of commissioners, and about 17 committees are already acquainted to this process, and therefore they will give you a soft landing. Custom transformation. The custom tariff book has been finalized and it has been presented to the Minister of Finance. We are only awaiting the approval of the cabinet today. A cabinet memo has been presented, and if the cabinet approves that, then it will become a book, become a law, because it doesn't go to Parliament. The important thing about the tariff book is actually where the money is. The tariff book is actually the calculation of different tax heads that you have to collect. And we abandoned the 9-band systems and we have adopted the 4-band systems. That is what is recognized in the EAC. That is 0 rated for the raw materials that are coming into the country, 10% for the semi-finished goods, 25% for the finished goods, and the 35% for the sensitive goods like alcohol, cigarettes, and the rest of the goods that come into the Republic of South Sudan. In strengthening our institutions, we have established a PCA, that is a post-clearing audit. We have also confirmed number of staff, and it is ongoing. You will continue from there. We have also established SIRA and Civil Analo and the Torkona here to further that agenda. And we have a project with the UNOP, that is for one-stop border post in Numili, about 10 million euros project to be able to build a modern one-stop border post in Numili, so that you can curb issues of smuggling that was said here, and it is about to start in January. On the staff welfare, Honorable Nguyen, our staff have been on incentive base. When I came here, the minimum that was paid was about 120 or less for the junior staff, and maximum for some about 200,000 SSP. We came and sat together with the staff, and we promised ourselves to increase our 9%. And together with them, we increase our incentives. whereby the guy who was earning 120,000 is currently earning 600,000. And the person that was earning 200,000 is currently earning 1.2 million. But we went to the market and we told ourselves, the only way we can pay this money is for us to go and raise revenues. Because we are like a business. We have 9%. If you collect less revenues, your 9% is this size. You collect more revenues, your 9% is here. So it is a race. You want little money, collect little money. You want more revenues to your salaries, collect more revenues. And they went and they did it. In January, we paid ourselves comfortably up to today. We have never had any shortage. And we also established, Honorable Commissioner General, a saving account for the staff so that we can enroll. Our current budget is taking away staff from incentives to salaries. And we say with the Deputy Commissioner General and the CCS and the Commissioners Forum that we have to be saving money. And today, Honorable Yuan, I hand over to you 10.29 billion SSP in our salary account to be used to exit or to transition the staff from incentives to salaries like any other institution. And that is covered in the budget of South Sudan Revenue Authority 2025-2026. I want to take this opportunity to thank our taxpayers for their understanding, the Ministry of Finance and the staff. As I said, you have made ourselves proud, and I will also warn you and request you to make our current Commissioner General proud by increasing revenues to a level where we will be comfortable. Honorable CG, going through your profile, you are a man who have served in the public service. And I believe that your coming here will be just a walkover. You have been a Minister of Trade, different ministries in northern Barghazal states, somebody who have served during the liberation struggle, and all that, I believe, from the commissioners, the deputy commissioners, the assistant commissioners, and all the staff will be able to support you earnestly so that you can also support our country. My request to our staff, please give the Commissioner General a chance to work. Don't stop the lobby. Within 1 month, please, you go quiet. Because the moment people are appointed to offices, one of you want to be a Commissioner General. Kajama, I request you, this country needs a service. And instead of him struggling to defend his seat, can you give him an ample time so that he can serve all of us? Because it doesn't sound well that you are appointed today and next week people are already lobbying, oh, he has eaten this, oh, he has taken this, oh, social media. Billions and billions are mentioned in social media that never existed in this institution. So, Honorable Nguyen, I wish you all the best in that front. The organized forces, especially the CDF, General Paul Nang Mijok, who has actually helped us to clear the roadblocks, our team in Numili, our team in SC2, and all the roadblocks that we have put, they have been helping. The national security, Comrade Dudia is here, representing economic security. Thank you for your job. Honorable Agritisa Sabuni and Honorable George Makama, thank you for your advice. The chairman of the board and the members of the board of directors, Honorable Stephen Diudau, thank you for your guidance and oversight during our work together. And I cannot forget our partners, the African Development Bank, the ADB, whom George is advisor and they are the one catering for him. And they are also supporting our SIRA, and they have sent Stephen Analo, and they are paying him to be able to improve SIRA. The World Bank, JICA, which is supporting custom, in custom valuations, rule of origin and HS codes, that are supposed to be used in the tariff book. In the closing, Honorable Commissioner General, are going to do ahead. You will face challenges, including tax jurisdictions, issues with the states, and subnational administrations. And I want to mention something about this. The Constitution, Article 177 and Article 179, mention things that are not clear. An Honorable Chairman of the Board is aware that we have already lodged through our legal team a request to be able to amend Article 177 and Article 179. Because Article 177 talk about the sources of revenues for national government. Article 179 talk about revenues for the state government. But there is an issue of PIT that has been contentious. National PIT in 177 and the state PIT in 179. These provisions are contradictory, and the Finance Committee has taken note of that, and it is supposed to be amended. The intention of the drafter is actually the public PIT, not the private PIT. So we need a provision that covers the private PIT. And already we have a draft bill, Honorable Commissioner General, of a tax procedure code. A tax procedure code is like a regulation of the Taxation Act 2009 to be able to amend and come up with taxes that will be collected by the national level, the state level, and the local government level, according to our Constitution. So these are some of the reforms that you will be taken through, and I believe you will take them up to be able to increase the revenue that we need. Before I forget, the issue of resistance by taxpayers on the custom valuation. Custom valuation is one of the very important items that need to go according to the Act. Currently, we have 2026, 2025, 2026 Financial Act, and it will be according to the Bank of South Sudan. Should that pass, I request our people and the taxpayers to take it as it is. It is a practice in the region. There is nothing called 1,000, 3,000, no. It is according to the Bank of South Sudan rate. And if you do that, Honorable Commissioner General, then actually revenues will actually shoot, and the 1.788 threshold that we have been given by the Minister of Finance will be met without any issue. The citizens of South Sudan, you have seen the work of our hands. I pray for well-being, safety, and prosperity, and peace of our country. Finally, to His Excellency the President, General Salva Kiir Mayardit, thank you once again for the honor to serve our nation, and shall stand ready to contribute to the nation building under your leadership in any capacity when called upon. And I wish you continued in good health, wisdom, and strength as you lead our nation toward lasting peace and prosperity. Before I end, let me thank my staff, the Executive Director, Jolton, the Executive Secretary, Dennis Lwal, my Assistant, Awil Matiang, my Assistant and colleague, K.D.Eenk Menwani Konga, Aleu Ayieny Aleu, Bill, and Mariela Wo, who have been working with me, among other staff. I would like to take this opportunity to thank all of you, and especially our system managers, the Capital Pay. We have also worked with us in this journey. And of course, I thank you so much, the Commissioners Forum, the leaders, the Management Forum, our media team, our legal team, our economic security, and all of us. May God bless the people of South Sudan. May God bless South Sudan Revenue Authority. Assalamu alaikum.